You see, I remember many years ago you made a simile between the functioning of the brain and the computer.
Yeah.
And
Even now.
at that time I told you, well, there must be a difference. Here there is consciousness, in the computer there is no consciousness. And then you told me there is neither consciousness, neither in the computer, neither here.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And now you know more and more people, they said Descartes was wrong. And you
Yeah.
are right, and there is no consciousness.
I'm not for a moment saying that I'm right. No.
So-
I don't want anybody to refer to me as one who said these things 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I'm not interested at all. They have to find out in their own way, in their own time,
But now they
that there is no such thing as consciousness at all.
they find that now.
Yeah, but you see, it is a theory for them.
It's a theory.
Just a theory.
Anyway,
It's not a fact.
it's incredible. It's
See, and I have
incredible anyway.
concluded that there is no consciousness at all. You know? But if it is a fact, what happens? It's dangerous.
They say it's a fiction. It's an abstraction.
That is true. They are all empty words and empty phrases.
Anyway, they never said that before.
No. They are beginning to find out.
They're beginning to find out.
Find out. So what happens to all those jokers, the psychiatrists?
I wonder.
They will be out of business. You know, somebody asked me a question in Australia, that woman whose book is sold in 500 or million copies, Dream Power. What the world would be like if it were people by persons like you? She asked me a question. I said, first you will be out of business. Come, let us go out. All the vegetable vendors are out of business. All the fruit sellers are out of business. All salesmen of all kinds of things in this world are out of business. Only cream sellers are good. The first thing I wanted to check there, where I am going to stay, is there a place where I can buy my cream and cheese? First I check that. Otherwise out. There is no cream, if there is no cheese, where I am going to stay? This place is ruled out. So yes, we first went there and bought the cream and bought the cheese before I went up to the game. Such a case. So only such people.
Now, I wanted to ask you a question about that computer business. A computer has a memory, and you say that thoughts, they come from outside. They are like flying birds or what, and they are the memory of the computer that is here, and they belong, it's a collective memory that belongs to everybody, or what is it?
It's very simple. I have to explain these things to you in physiological terms. Otherwise, you don't understand. So, for centuries they have believed it is the subject that creates the object. You know? But actually it is the object that brings the subject there in you. And what is that subject? That subject is the word tree. You understand? So it undermines the whole foundation of Vedanta. Shankara goes out of the window. The whole thing that they taught for so many centuries, the whole Vedantic knowledge is out. Because they all start with the assumption, presumption, the idea that it is the subject that creates the object. How I will tell you, there is no light there, you don't see anything. The reflection activates this optic nerve. They in their turn activate the neurons there in the brain, and slowly the memory that is there in the memory bank comes and tells you that is a tree. You understand?
Yeah.
So it is that brings into operation what you call the subject. The subject is nothing but the word tree there, tape recorder here, and a bastard there, and somebody else. You see themselves, you know. Tight fitted, close
Circle.
touch.
The world
Right.
brings the
So that is all. And then What you don't seem to understand is, I called that bastard, I looked at him and told him about his tight-twisted nature. Then I go there and call that a tree, and it is not the same thing that called that tree second time. You understand? Huh? Now I turn to him and say the same thing, but it is not the same person that is calling him. You see his t-shirt a white one. Or glasses.
You're right.
Right or wrong, that's the way it is operating. You know? The problem with you is there is something there, somebody there who is operating the memory.
And it's a fiction.
Don't say it is a fiction. Paul is there.
Yeah.
Paul Sampi is there.
Again. Once more.